Hi students, hope you are doing well. In the last class, we have learnt problems related to Pythagoras theorem. In this class, I am going to explain some remaining problems from the Pythagoras theorem. That is exercise 6.5. Let us solve the problems. Before going to solve the problems, let us revise quickly the concepts what we have learnt under Pythagoras theorem. Okay, this is very important result as I mentioned earlier. That is, if a perpendicular is drawn from the vertex of the right angle of a right triangle to the hypotenuse, then triangles on both sides of the perpendicular are similar to the whole triangle and to each other. This was we used in the last class already, and which is very important while solving the problems. And this is nothing but Pythagoras theorem statement. In the right triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. Nothing but Pythagoras theorem. Nextly, in a triangle, if square of one side is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides, then the angle opposite to the first side is a right angle. And this is nothing but the converse of Pythagoras theorem. These are the three important things what we have learnt under the heading Pythagoras theorem. Let us solve the problems. PQR is a triangle, right angle at P, and M is a point on QR such that PM perpendicular to QR. Show that PM square is equal to QM into MR. Diagram is not given. We have to draw a diagram. Right? This is the diagram. See here, PQR is a triangle, right angle at P. That's why I have taken P at right angle. PQ, QR anyway you can take. PQR I have taken. And M is a point on QR. M is a point on QR. It may not be the midpoint here. Just M is a point on QR such that PM perpendicular to QR. We have drawn a perpendicular. This angle is 90. Because angle P is also 90. We have to show that PM square is equal to QM into MR. As we discussed in the last class, so in the problem, if all squares are there, there is a need of using Pythagoras theorem. It's a combination of squares and the other terms which are not having squares. Then this can be that type of problems can be solved by using the result, the first result. Okay, here I have a square on one side, other side I don't have any squares. This problem can be solved by using that result. If you see here, PM square is equal to QM into MR. QM into MR. Now I should take two triangles which includes PM, and very clear. There are two small triangles. Both are similar to each other. Now I will take these two triangles to write that. Okay. So I have this formula. As we know, if a perpendicular is drawn from the vertex of the right angle of a right triangle to the hypotenuse, then triangles on both sides of the perpendicular are similar to the whole triangle and to each other. First of all, that is write that small triangles, the two small triangles which are similar to the whole triangle. Firstly, the whole triangle is PQR. PQR. Here you can see P is a right angle. Now I should start with the right angle M. MQP I have to write. See, and what I am writing here, triangle PQR. I have taken triangle PQR. I have to write the similar triangle for this. PQR, the triangle I have taken. Now I have to take any one of these two. Let me take this small triangle PQM. How to write the similarity is PQR. In PQR, P is right angle. Therefore, MPQ, M is right angle. That's why M common angle is QP. Therefore, while writing similarity, the order is very important. Here, PQR is the right triangle. In PQR, P is the right angle. In Q and R are the other two angles. Now here, while writing this small triangle MPQR, PQM, anything, PQM or QMP, anything, I should start with right angle. That's why I'm starting with M. Now in this small triangle, the common angle is Q. That's why MQ and the other vertex is P only. MQP I wrote. Therefore, triangle PQR is similar to triangle MQP. The order is very important. Simply by AA rule. AA rule is P and M are equal and Q is equal to Q. That's why. Therefore here we are using right angle and the common angle. The common angle. Here you should write MQP only. You cannot write MPQ or PMQ like this. You have to write MQP only. Therefore triangle PQR is similar to triangle MQP by AA rule. Now let us see the other small triangle. Because to write other small triangle, again triangle PQR similar to, should start with the right angle, that is M. Right angle, that is M. Okay. PQR. Okay. P is right angle, starts with M, and Q, next angle is Q, and here the common angle is R only. That's why M and R you can fix. The other text is P only. MPR. Triangle MPR. Like this you have the two similarities. Each small triangle is similar to the large triangle. Now when the two small triangles are similar to the large triangle, automatically the two small triangles also are similar. Therefore triangle MQP is similar to triangle MPR. Then this, yes, we can use the corresponding ratios are, sides are proportional. MQ by MP is equal to MP by MR. MP by MR. Other ratio will be there, but I am taking the ratio which involves MPR PM because I need PM square. Okay. Go for cross multiplication. PM square is equal to MQ into MR, which is the required statement what you have to prove. It's very easiest. Only you should use this result in a proper way. Right? If it is clear, practice it properly. Let us solve one more problem. Okay. In figure, ABCD is a right angle. Is a triangle. Right angle at A and AC perpendicular to BD. Show that AB square is equal to BC into BD. AC square is equal to BC into DC. AD square is equal to BD into CD. If you see right hand side, okay, BC into BD, BC into DC, and BD into CD. BD into CD. Just observe properly. BC into BD, the complete side. BC into DC, BC into DC. Now BD into CD. This is the way. Now to prove these equations, yes, you can see square on one side, other side we don't have any square. Therefore, there is a need of using that result what we learnt in the under the heading Pythagoras theorem. Okay, 100%. If both side squares are there, we'll use Pythagoras theorem. But here only square is there on one side, other side we don't have any square. That's why we can use that result. To use that result, yes, here by drawing AC perpendicular to BD, the hypotenuse, we have two small triangles. Now two small triangles are similar to each other and each is similar to the large triangle. Now to prove AB square is BC into BD, yes, to prove any one of these three statements, this is the statement what we are using, which we know. As we know, if the perpendicular is drawn from the vertex of the right triangle of a right triangle to the hypotenuse, then triangles on both sides of the perpendicular are similar to the whole triangle and to each other. This is the result what we are using. Now what I have to take, which triangles I have to take to prove the first one? The same thing, what triangles I should take for proving AC square is BC into DC. This is very important. Now AB square is equal to BC into BD. AB square is BC into BD. Now I should take the triangles. Which includes AB as one of their side. I have to take two triangles for which AB is one of their side. Now the two triangles are, one is ABC, very clear. ABC, in ABC, AB is one side, and ABD. In ABD also, AB is one side. Therefore, I should take those two triangles. And we have, I am taking ABD, triangle ABD, large triangle ABD is similar to, in ABD, okay, in triangle ABD, right angle is at A. Right angle is at A. Therefore, I should start with the right angle vertex. Now, in ABC, right angle vertex is C. That's why I should start with C. And the common angle is B only, CBA. Therefore, triangle ABD similar to triangle CBA. This is very important. Just I am repeating. Therefore, AB square is BC into BD. I have to prove. Now, I should take two triangles in which AB is a side. Okay, in which AB is a side. Here I have two triangles. There, one is ABC, in which AB is a side, and the other one is ABD. ABD. I am writing here first, as it is first one. I will write. Okay, one is ABC, in which AB is a side. Here, very clear. And the other one is ABD. In this also, AB is one triangle. Now I have taken, in this large triangle is ABD only. Therefore, I have taken ABD directly. Triangle ABD similar to in ABD angle A is 90. In ABC, C is 90. That's why we start with C. Triangle C. We start with right angle only. That's why triangle C. Now B is there. B is common for both the triangles. Okay, B is common for both the triangles. That's why CB. The other vertex is anyway A. CBA. Triangle CBA. Therefore, triangle ABD is similar to triangle CBA by A rule. Now, with the help of this, we can write the corresponding sides are proportional. AB by CB. AB by CB is equal to BD by BA. BD by BA. The other ratio is there. I am not using because I need the two terms which includes AB. That's why AB into BA is AB square. AB square is BC into BD. BC into CB, you can write BC. BC into BD, which is nothing but our 1. In a similar way, to prove AC square is equal to BC into DC, AC square is BC into DC, I should take the two triangles which includes AC as one of their sides. No, this is the AC. Okay, therefore the two triangles are, one is ABC, the two triangles are, one is ABC, the other one is ADC. ABC and ADC. These are the two triangles actually. Now, what is the similar treatment I have to take? Triangle BCA. I am writing in any order you can take. BCA. Right angle is in middle. Triangle BCA is similar to ACD. ACD. Triangle BCA is similar to triangle ACD. By A rule again. By A rule. Because right angle is in the middle. Right angle is in the middle. See. Right. Now by using this, BC by AC is equal to CA by, BC is first one, sorry, AC by CD. AC by CD. Now go for cross multiplication. AC square is equal to BC into CD. BC into CD will get. Just practice it, you will get it, no issue. Okay, similarity, then we use it here. A rule we use it. Here in this case we have taken the two small triangles. The two small triangles we have taken. Let's see. Triangle now, to prove AD square is BD into CD, AD square is BD into CD, I have to take two triangles which includes AD as one of their side. Now this is AD, this is AD, therefore the two triangles are ADB and ADC. That's why triangle ADB similar to, writing similarity, triangle A is right angle na, that's why I have to start with C. C and common angle is D, CDA I have. So by A rule only. Now these two are similar means automatically AD by CD is DB by DA. From this go for cross multiplication. AD square is BD into CD. Now which triangle you have to take? Just practice it properly. To prove AD square is BD into CD, I have taken two triangles in which AD is one of their side. Therefore they are ADB and ADC, but you have to write the proper order. Right? Similarly AC square is BC into DC. I have taken two triangles in which AC is a side. Then to prove AB square is BC into BD, I should take two triangles in which AB is their side. Right? In this way, we can prove all the three statements. And remember, as square is there on one side, other side we don't have any square. To prove these type of equations, we have to use the result what we learnt in the last class. Or now only this result we can use. If a perpendicular is drawn from the vertex of the right angle of a right triangle on the hypotenuse, then triangles on both sides of the perpendicular are similar to the whole triangle and to each other. This is very important result to solve these type of problems. I hope it is clear. Let us solve one more problem. ABC is an isosceles triangle, right angle. Let's see. Prove that AB square is 2AC square. The solution is diagram is not given. You have to draw the diagram. Now, this is ABC is a isosceles triangle. He mentioned already right angle at C, right angle at C. Therefore, CAB or simply ABC. Anyone is not sure. Right angle at C mentioned AB anywhere you can take. But he mentioned that this is an isosceles triangle. Therefore, BC is equal to CA. BA cannot be equal to this longest side BA hypotenuse. Therefore, these two sides are equal as it is isosceles triangle. Now, as it is a right triangle, he has mentioned already given ABC is an isosceles triangle, right angle at C. The angle, sorry, here A, not C. Angle C is 90 and BC is equal to AC. BC is equal to, this is the given data. As it is a right triangle, by Pythagoras theorem, I can write AB square is equal to BC square plus AC square. Now AB square is In place of BC, I can write AC. AC square plus AC square, because this is given already. Therefore, AB square is equal to 2AC square. This is the thing what we have to prove. This is important for 1 mark or 2 marks. That's it. I hope it is clear. Simply we applied Pythagoras theorem and the concept of isosceles triangle. That's it. Not more than that. Okay. Let's solve one more problem. ABC is an isosceles triangle with AC is equal to BC. If AB square is 2AC square, prove that ABC is a right triangle. In the before problem, it is given as right triangle, but here it is not given as right triangle. This condition is given. We have to prove that it is a right triangle. And for this, given ABC is an isosceles triangle with AC is equal to BC, and AB square is 2AC square is also given. But AB square is 2AC square. I can write AC square plus AC square. In place of AC, I can write BC. That's why AB square is AC square plus BC square. Therefore, I have a triangle. Any triangle. Suppose this is ABC. Okay, I'm going to take ABC. I got AB square is equal to AC square plus BC square. That means square of one side is equal to sum of squares of two sides. Therefore, by converse of Pythagoras theorem, it's a right triangle, and this side, which is on left side, is with the hypotenuse. Therefore, if take the statement here, then here we have a triangle. Square of one side is equal to sum of squares of the other two sides. Therefore, by converse of Pythagoras theorem, the angle opposite to the first side is a right angle. The first side is AB. Side angle opposite to AB is nothing but C. So angle C is equal to 90 degrees. Angle C is 90 means it's a right triangle. ABC is a right triangle. ABC is a right triangle. Okay. I hope it is clear. And this is in this problem we used converse of Pythagoras theorem. Therefore, to prove the given triangle is a right triangle, we can use the converse of Pythagoras theorem. That means one angle is 90. I hope it is clear. In this way, we can use the result under Pythagoras theorem and converse of Pythagoras theorem wherever which is necessary based on the problem we can use. Whenever there are squares in the equation which has to be proved, we have to use Pythagoras theorem. If there is an equation which contains squares, combination of squares and non-square terms, you have to go for the important result. Okay, right. The next class we will do some more problems. The remaining problems in exercise 6.5. Okay, thank you.